Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionist Network, and I'm also the host of Talk That Talk. Remember, you can get any of our merchandise right here on this channel. 30% off your purchase when you type in the promo code HBCU band. Also, don't forget to click like and subscribe and turn on notifications. So I guess I got some interesting news. I guess that's the best way to say it. So first of all, man, I definitely want to say, man, appreciate all my passion is partners, man, all of you guys who send me stuff, who tag me to stuff, so on and so forth, man. We definitely appreciate you over here, man, because you keep us abreast of everything that's going on. And so I want to say it was yesterday, man. I was tagged to the final scores of the ESPN Band of the Year, uh, which apparently, I went to go check it out because I wanted to see if my favorite band won. If anybody knows me, they know I don't have a favorite band. I don't believe in that. Mainly because of the fact that I don't believe that anybody is perfect. I haven't sipped the Kool-Aid that a lot of people have drank. So I marched in the Legion. I love the Legion, but I also know that the Legion's not perfect. So with that being said, I'm gonna support the Legion and everything that they do. Yeah, but I also know that there are moments where we fall short. So no, I don't have a favorite band. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there for all those people who said I sound salty. I didn't really sound salty. I just wanted to make sure that I uh let the information out that a lot of people were thinking. But with that being said, I went ahead and checked this information out, and I was really surprised, man. I was like, wow, okay, well, A&T is Div 1 top, FAM Div 2 top, Southern Div 3, or number 3, Div 1 top, 4 Tennessee State, 5 Texas Southern. I was like, all right, cool. I guess, I mean, we saw that coming, right? I mean, we obviously saw that coming in the sense that uh, we saw that A&T was going to be the top ranked group, right? And I'm gonna be very honest, and I don't mind saying this from a field show perspective. I think that A&T, when it comes to HBCUs, is definitely one of the best to do it. Now, here's my um, well, I'll give my thoughts later on this, right? So then I move over to Div 2 and I saw Virginia State. All right, shout out to Virginia. As a person who marched at Norfolk State, and obviously, Virginia State was our rival, but we in the same state. So shout out to you. Shout out to Miles, Winston-Salem, Florida Memorial. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, it is what it is at this point. And I was just like, all right, cool. So I'm one who peruses through the comment section. And so a lot of people were bigging up A&T, so on and so forth. A lot of people asked about No Jackson State, which is a very good question. I'm going to put my thoughts about that. But then I saw this one. And it said, "Oh no, over uniforms is crazy. If you worried about some uniforms, why don't y'all go ahead and donate some cents? Since you donate some since you care so deeply for that over the sound of the band." I didn't really understand what that meant, right? So I went further into that, and I went further down. VSU musicality, yeah, okay. Went to Salem, no JSU, Aggie Pride. I agree. FMU was 100% robbed. I don't go there, but we all know it. Now my brain is firing off. So I reach out to some folks, I get some information, I talk to some people, and I'm like, what is going on? What are they talking about? So I get the information. Apparently, Florida Memorial was number 2. It was supposed to be, if I'm saying this right, and that's why I have to say apparently, and allegedly, because this is the information that was given to me. They were number 2 in the ranking. And they were told that they were number 2 in the ranking. Then they were contacted and told they will not be going to the ESPN Band of the Year because they don't have uniforms. That is what made sense to me. Then that put all the pieces together when it said, if you worried about some uniforms. So wait a minute. If my memory serves me correctly, Florida Memorial didn't have uniforms last year. And then on top of that, realizing You knew Florida Memorial didn't have uniforms before they even started the grading system. And I'm going to be very honest. I don't even know if Florida Memorial was actually submitting videos, because let's be real. A lot of bands didn't submit videos and a lot of bands did. A lot of bands who didn't submit videos were still in the, in the count, in the ranking or whatever. And a lot of bands who did were still in the count, in the ranking. So I don't know if they submitted videos or not, but what I can tell you is, if they were told that they were number 2 on the list and then told that they weren't going to be going over some uniforms, I guess, I guess they didn't go to the invite only press conference, because they weren't given that information. I guess they didn't make it to the invite only. So my personal thing is this. It shows that this situation is some backwoods, semi-rigged kind of stuff. Because first of all, one, you knew they didn't have uniforms last year. You knew they didn't have uniforms this year. And you decided that they were going to be number 2 in the ranking, but then turn around and make them number 4. Not 4, but 4. So basically, you setting up the situation of what you want anyway. On top of that, it got me wondering about the whole Jackson State situation, right? Because everybody was asking, well, why not JSU, so on and so forth, right? Let's keep it a buck, man. JSU has been one of the top HBCU bands in the last, I can easily say, at least 2 years, right? I mean, if you want to go back 3 and 4 and 5 years, that's debatable. But at least in the last 2 years, JSU has been one of the top HBCU bands. Now, we're also well aware that they're going to be going to the Rose Bowl parade. But what we were not well aware of is the fact that they're more than likely going to be the people who are going to be the bands who are participating in the Celebration Bowl. However, how don't they not make the list? Regardless if they're performing in the Celebration Bowl or not, they should still be on the list. Weren't they a part of the ranking through this whole process? That just automatically removes them from the list? I don't know, man. To me, that and then it just begs even more questions, right? Like, if you move Florida Memorial to 4, then who else did you move to set it up the way you want it? Listen, man. Again, I'm going to say this, and you can have your thought processes and opinions or whatever that you want to have towards whatever I'm saying, and it's cool. That doesn't bother me. I mean, if you want to come on the show and talk about it, we can absolutely talk about it. That's no problem. I will always invite conversation onto my show. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this, the problem is that we, not just me, not just my team over here, because yes, there's a team behind what we do over here, not just talk that talk, not just blow the whistle, but multiple people in the HBCU band community have had questions from day one. We did it 1 year. We put out all the information and the thought processes of where it went wrong. You came back in year 2 and still questions that didn't make any sense. And now you have a situation like this where it's being told that you purposefully moved the group because they didn't have uniforms. They didn't have something that you knew that they didn't have at the beginning of the year. And then here's the thing too. I understand now what they were saying. If the idea of this was for the culture, celebrating HBCU bands, celebrating the culture, then why didn't you fund their uniforms? Why didn't you say, hey, knowing that you all don't have uniforms, we will actually sponsor you all's uniforms. Give a call to Stansberry, Demulin, Fruhoff, somebody. Like you like You were aware that they didn't have, they ain't had uniforms. They haven't had uniforms. And personally, here's my thing. Personally, to me, they had uniforms. Windsuits are uniforms, whether you want to, it's a uniform. The definition remaining the same in all cases and at all times, unchanging in form or character. Here's another definition, the noun. The distinctive clothing worn by members of the same organization or body. If we're all wearing the same windsuit, isn't that a uniform? I mean, I don't know. What I do know is this makes it very difficult. And again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this and be very honest. Everybody here on this channel has been an advocate for HBCU adjudication for a very long time. A very long time. And I also understand that there has been a reluctancy in our culture for doing that because there is a level of bias. We understood that too, right? I have even brought up the argument of the fact that it makes no sense that me being a student band member in high school, me being a high school band director for X amount of years, it never made sense to me how high schoolers and middle schoolers are comfortable and okay with being judged at that level. But by the time that we get to the university level, it's all of a sudden like, oh, we can't be adjudicated. We can't be judged. I don't like that. That's so all of these different things, right? So I have been an advocate for adjudication. But when you have situations like this that seem so rigged, that seems so good old boys, that seems so echo chamber, and honestly, that seems so out of touch, it turns people off from the idea of truly being adjudicated and being comfortable doing it. And now you put people in a position where they never want to do it. There were ways that this could have been done if you just listened to the people. The people are the ones who are really, really, really saying something is not right. And now, receiving this information, I'm just telling you that it feels like we were right. So, with that being said, I will say this. If this is true for the memorial, you all deserve to be in that spot. You do. You deserve to go to Atlanta because I can tell you from Div 2, you are definitely one of the better bands in Div 2. I will definitely say that. I will stand on it because from the time of your inception when you guys first started to this point right now, I have not seen a dip in your production at all. So I will stand here and say that. And that's not me saying that's my favorite band. Because again, Luke don't got favorite bands. I like what I like and I like what I see. And when it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's bad. Period. But what I am saying is you deserve to be in that spot. So if that is true, this is some really messed up stuff. And honestly, in my personal opinion, it needs to be rectified. If y'all don't rectify it, that's on you. That's what you choose to do with your business. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your business, but I will say when something is wrong. And I also say when something is right, when you do something right. Absolutely. But I don't know. I'm telling you, and let me be very clear before I tip out. I'm open to the possibility that I'm absolutely wrong. I'm open to the possibility that I'm absolutely wrong. And if I am wrong, I have no problem admitting that I was wrong. That's why I say I'm open for anybody to come on and let's have the conversation. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get into no ad hominem attacks. I'm not going to get into name calling and all. We're going to have a professional conversation back and forth about what the truth is or what your opinion is, and that's fine. But I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I can admit it. But right now, this is proving that I'm right.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago.
And been right. And we here at this channel have been right. So, with that being said, you all tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. I want to be able to see everything that you all have to say about the situation. Is it true? Is it not true? You guys give me the information and let me know. Is this a real situation that has been going down? Was Florida Memorial snubbed for uniforms? Y'all let me know all that information down in the comment section. Also, don't forget you can get 30% off your purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Hit the like and subscribe button. Share this out. And don't forget to turn on notifications. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you all next time. Peace.